Spicy 4K action.
What's going on, everybody? Spicy 4K action here again. Today, wanted to talk about this Dragons Forever 4K release, limited edition by 88 Films. Did a quick unboxing with this in Groundhog's Day last week and got to finally dig into it this weekend and unpackage it. First of all, this is my first title release from 88 Films, and I am very, very impressed. They are definitely, I mean, this is a nice, sturdy box set. It is, I mean, awesome artwork on the front and back. And as you can see, it is just fully loaded like a typical limited edition box set from Arrow or any of these other boutique labels. This is just a great, great release. It's got Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and as you can see here, it is just loaded with special features. All of this is special features, and there's a lot of new special features. There's a lot of older special features. There's also 3 cuts of this movie on the 4K. I know a lot of people complain, and I'm one of them, complain when they release these theatrical cuts and you get like 1 cut of the movie on 4K, and then you get the international cut and the director's cut on like the Blu-ray. So for something to release all 3, this has got the Hong Kong cut, the international cut, and the Japanese cut. So both of them are 94 minutes, except for the Japanese cut, which they call the Cyclone Z cut, is 98 minutes. But all 3 Dolby Vision, all 3 Dolby Atmos, so that's really cool. Just so you guys know, in this limited edition packaging, you get the hard case featuring the new artwork by Sean Longmore, the 88-page Perfect Bound book featuring new writing on the film by C.J. Lyons and Matthew Edwards, which I've read the first book, which is The Three Dragons, and it's based on Jackie Chan and the other 2 guys in this film. Really talks about their film history, the other movies that they were in, and this was really the last hurrah for these 3 guys all in the same film. So it was really nice to read about that. And of course, there's archival materials, imagery, and a lot more in that book as well. And then you also get the large fold-out double-sided poster and 6 replica Hong Kong lobby cards. So again, this is just a stacked edition. Let's get into what this movie is about. So the synopsis here on the back: Jackie Chan, who plays Jackie Lung, just convenient they have the same name here, is hired by the seedy proprietor of a chemical works to defend against an injunction filed by the owner of a fishery. The hotshot lawyer subsequently avails the talents of acquaintances Wong Fei Hung and Tong Tak Biao to assist in the case, but finds himself romantically involved with a relative of the opposition as he struggles to maintain both professional and personal interests while upholding justice. So a little bit different role for Jackie Chan, at least for me, and seeing him. He plays the lawyer, as you've read, who basically supports and defends bad guys, in this case this company, and he knows they're bad, but he's kind of like the sleazy playboy who's just trying to get around with all the women. But this is a very funny movie. It is action packed. There is a lot of karate in this, as you can imagine with any Hong Kong movie or Jackie Chan movie, but I really loved it. I can't say enough about it. And this limited set, I mean, I got this from deep discount on a pre-order for $27.99, which is a steal if you ask me, with everything that you get in these contents here. So we'll briefly show you what you get. And you do get reversible cover art, which I already have showing, but I did want to show that off. The original artwork, and it is reversible, so you can put the new artwork on. I'm not going to in this, but I did want to show that. And I'll just briefly, I've showed this in the unboxing, but just briefly show you the lobby cards that you do get in here. Pretty cool. And then the actual disc art themselves with the 4K here and the Blu-ray over here. It looks really nice. And you saw me smelling the title earlier. I did that because I know some of you like smelling your Arrow titles and stuff. Just that smell that they give off. This gives off the same smell. I mean, this big booklet smells like Christmas, if you ask me. But yeah, I read the first one, like I mentioned. It's named The Three Dragons. It's based on the 3 the three main stars in this film, Jackie Chan and his other two partners who do a lot of the moves in this. And then the other essays about the women in this release. But just to show you, I mean, there's lots of beautiful pictures in here from the movie, and there's also stuff, like I mentioned, about some of their previous work they did before working on this movie. So there's a lot to get into with this. Like I said, I'm about halfway through, but this was really awesome. And getting, let me show you the poster first. Show you the double-sided poster as well. You got that one side. This is pretty decent. It's not the typical Scream Factory paper, but it's not, you know, the best either, but not bad at all. So awesome collection there. Let's kind of dive into these special features, because I did watch a lot of them, but not all of them. So as far as the special features go, I already mentioned the 3 cuts of the film. There's different audio commentaries for different cuts of the film. Not all of them are on the same cut. So that's something to keep in mind. And all 3 cuts are on that one 4K disc, of course. But yeah, so there's a new interview with one of the stuntmen, Chinkar Luke, which I watched. It is all subtitles, but it was almost 40 minutes long, and it had a lot of great information, you know, the safety and stuff back in those days when it came to karate and those type of films that weren't, you know, big productions or big budgets. So that was very interesting. There was also a new interview with the writer of Dragons Forever, which I watched about half of it, but this one went about 50 minutes long, and that was also a brand new interview, which was awesome. Also subtitles, so you will have to read. And then they have Benny Forever interview with Benny the Jet Ukraitis, who's one of the American fighters in this, I guess you could say, who was very famous back then in these Hong Kong type films. First time I had seen him, but it was another decent length interview with him about, you know, just working with Jackie Chan on all these great films. And yeah, there's tons of other stuff. Discussing Dragons Forever, interview with David Besser, interview with Mike Leader, working with the martial artists, including Troy Sanford, Chris Jones, Ross Boziak. There's so many interviews, so many outtakes behind the scenes. There's even this really weird music video for one of the songs that I watched that was pretty bizarre. But I mean, this thing is just stacked, and I was unaware this was a limited edition. I just thought it was a typical 88 Films release. I actually didn't even know it was an 88 Films release. I knew it was a Jackie Chan film. I knew it was in 4K, and again, another kind of light, you know, first week of January, I just pounced on it, and for $27.99, I mean, this is worth it. This was worth it. So I'm very happy and pleased with this. I really enjoyed it. I will watch the Japanese cut at some point, just so I've seen all 3 cuts of the film. But I definitely want to dive deeper into the Hong Kong cinema, into Jackie Chan's, you know, repertoire and movies that I'm not familiar with. I know Police Story 3, I believe, or maybe it's the trilogy, is coming out in March on 4K, so I do want to pick that up, and anything else. But if you have any recommendations and like this movie, please let me know. I would definitely like to hear those, and let me know if you picked this copy up. If you have Dragons Forever, have you seen Dragons Forever? What do you think of the movie? Where do you put it on Jackie Chan's list? I know it might not be at the very top for many people, but I think this is a movie that not many people talk about, but it definitely, you know, holds its own. So yeah, again, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. This is an absolutely killer release from 88 Films, and I'm definitely gonna be checking out a lot more of their stuff in the future, because if they keep putting out stuff like this, I'm all in with them. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all having a great day, and we'll see you all in the next one.